was really coming to please my parole officer and say, hey, I'm doing something.
Well, for one, it's to be a better father. To be able to communicate with my children better.
I knew there was more to being a parent than what I thought there was.
Well, I heard it through my father-in-law, and he was talking about, that there was a program that, helped fathers, and I think that I'm a big believer in education. I think that the more you know, the better off you're going to fare out. So I told him that I would give it a try.
I looked them up on Google, and I found them on the Texas Workforce website. And I contacted them, met up with one of the mentor navigators, and they set me up, got me the whole process, paperwork, everything.
And so, yes, I was going to counseling Aliviane. So my counselor told me, well, you have a 1-year-old son, and well, he's like your motivation, everything. It's my everything, So she referred to me to this program, Fatherhood program, that it would be perfect for me to get counseling through here.
So actually, it was a counselor that suggested. She said, I was going through some things, and she had heard about it, and she said, hey, I think this would really benefit you. And I called up Stephen Goodman, and
The fact that he said you can come to our class, which is not a class, but it's a group, and you will learn and gain lots of things that you thought you were only going through, but you're not.
I was at a other program, and they asked me if I had kids, and I said yes. And they're like, would you be interested in taking this fatherhood program? It's supposed to better yourself as a better father. And I said, yeah, let's see. You always learn something new every day.
It's a big responsibility to be a father, and I think that everybody should take a class to be it. Because we take classes to become a professional. We take classes to get trainings, and there's not really classes to become parents. So I really thought that it would be a benefit to me and my children.
For me, it's like, when me having my children, I'm their teacher, so how am I going to show love and compassion to my children and be there when I wasn't given that as a child? I can't teach something I was never taught. So I came here really to educate myself.
It's like I was motivated, I was like, I wanted to get like that help to be like a better father to my son, since I'm not with the mother of my little boy. I'm not with her, so like it's my first boy, so I want to get like advice, hints, counseling, so I could learn to be like a good father figure to my son. So yeah, I was like, yeah, this is the right fit for me.
This is what I've been looking for, some sort of support or somebody to help me. I just felt so alone, My wife and I had gotten a divorce. I didn't show up for the decree, and she was awarded custody because I wasn't responsible enough to show up. And I just self-destructed after that, and there was nothing in place. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know what to do. I just felt like the worst person, worst dad ever.
Because, I felt myself going back down a slide that I've been down before, and I didn't want to do that anymore. And so I took the pamphlet. I came up to the place. I sat down with Mr. Reggie Moss, and he told me about the program, and said, just give me one chance. And I gave him that one chance, and I was hooked.
I was really skeptical. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I knew it was going to be a positive environment. The way they told me, I was going to better myself.
right away, even at the first session that I went to, it's a group setting. So a bunch of men talking about their daily lives and what it's like to be a father and how to deal with spouses or ex-spouses. And
it's just men getting together and just talking. I mean, I really don't know how to. There's never been anything I've been a part of that's like this, and people are drawn to it. I guess we're drawn to it because we've never really had this before.
So when I went, I got to hear people's stories. I give a little bit of my testimony. I don't know, it was something new for me, a different outlet. Because the environment, the way I grew up, it wasn't the best, but I feel like it was something that I needed to do not only for me, but for my children.
Yeah, the lessons, like, I like to learn, from advice, because I grew up without my dad. He passed away when I was 8. So for me, reading, learning from others, because I didn't have my dad figure since I was 8 years old. So yeah, it's helping me.
It made me feel not alone in this world, with going through these issues and problems. And so, yeah.
It's like more of a support. It's like, it's not just going in there, and it's about being a better person, a better father, and everybody talking about, everybody has a different story, but you get so much from other people, and you have their support.
Just there's so much encouragement with the other fathers too, that hearing their stories and knowing that you're not alone. There's people going through different things, and there's people that are going through worse things than you are. So the material that they give us, it's helped me out. Through my life, not only with my kids, but with my wife, and that's material that I can go back and look at throughout my week or my days that I'm not there, and it helps me also just to keep my mind focused on what I'm there for, and just to help me be a better father. And
I think I like the approach that the instructor gave. The instructor was very not like being talked down to, or this is what you need to do to be a good parent. It was more like an open dialogue.
That people, like, everybody came from different backgrounds.
Some are trying to be better fathers. Some are having issues or getting a divorce, or, and there's different levels of support where maybe I've already been through that.
That's a good thing, because you learn from other people's experiences. As one person's talking, as soon as he finishes talking, someone else will jump in, and you learn about that person's upbringing and what they're trying to do or what they've done to make it change. That's what I liked about that, because there's a lot of input. So we actually learn more from the other persons than actually from the instructor, because we're all talking at the same time, and we tend to learn more from this and how it helps us out.
And when we talk, they talk. They let us talk, basically. But everything we talked about, everything we're going through, went back to the literature that we read. So, it was just kind of amazing. And like, none of those dudes, or even the ladies, nobody's disrespectful, everybody's friendly, everybody happy. So it was like, what y'all doing in for? Y'all, I never met so many friendly people, nice people. Like I said, I can honestly say I've never seen out of 8 months, 9 months, I've never seen nobody that care. Nobody disrespect nobody, Even when they, you can tell they going through something, they put their pride to the side and tend to us.
I think that if I can help other people, and I can be there and help them in any way that I possibly can, the way that Steve's helped me in this group. It's not just Steve, it's Reggie, it's all the guys that come in there are committed to this thing, and it's real. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a fake commitment. Or I'm doing this because I have to. These guys are passionate about it, and that's a huge difference than just being, you're not forced to come to this program. All these guys are coming because they want to be there.
I gotta have a lot of patience, before, because it's not easy. It's a lot of patience, and you can't just right away go off on your child when they don't know what's right from wrong.
More patient, yes. Now I think a little bit more. Before I was just acting, on instinct. Now I think a little bit more on the situation. That's what I do now. I try to think of it.
Besides patience, trying to understand your child, trying to be there, caring, lovingly, always be there for your child no matter what situation. You always want to be there for your child. You never want to talk down on them. You don't want to be put fear into your child either. That's another thing that I learned. You never want to put fear in your child.
So I mean, like I said, I'm learning the difference between being a bully and being a father, being a man.
Like I said too, teaching them right from wrong. I don't want to show them this is bad, or I'm not trying to be like that. I'm trying to be the superhero, one good superhero dad for them.
It's really helped me not to be quick to anger, and it's helped me to really communicate with my kids more.
Be supportive in every single way, be there, trustworthy, show them the right path. That's part of being a father. Because, it takes, anybody could be a dad, but I think it's like you say, it's more to be a father. Because being a father is, you're there for your child no matter what, 24/7.
I think the time that I'm spending with my kids is different. I'm very work oriented. I guess I learned that part from my father, and everything was about work, and not so much, I guess, play with your children. And I think it opened up my mind that you need a balance to be able to grow them healthy.
Yeah, the thing to be open-minded, like to hear my little son because back then I was like, oh no, I think I was always correct, like no. But yeah, sometimes it's good to listen to them and all that I've been doing, I listen to my son, and yeah, he's like a pretty smart kid. So sometimes I'm like, oh, you're right, I'm wrong. So yeah, like listen to him, to be open-minded.
There's times that, normally I would have probably not gotten home till they were in bed, but I knowingly know that I have a little bit of hours left, and I'll just close up shop, and rush home and tell them, she'll even hear me on the phone, hey, keep it up for 30 more minutes, just for us to spend a little bit of time.
Made me think that a man's not all macho. We have to have feelings too for your kids. Before, when my kid would get hurt, I would tell him to suck it up, walk it off, and don't cry, because that's what a man does. But after I took this class, I was like, no, I was taking the wrong approach. And now I try not to let that person try to take the best out of me when something like this happens, especially with my son.
Now, I make it more of a purpose to play with him and whatever he wants to play. And sometimes it's hide and seek, sometimes, ride daddy's back. And, so I think that's, like I said, it's made me make more of a conscious effort to make, when they invite you to play and you're tired, you think of twice before you're like, no, I'm tired, go play on your own. You're like, okay, I gotta make this effort.
To love on my kids. Now I see my kids, come up to me and tell me that they love me, hug on me, and give me a kiss. And like my little boy, he's 8 years old. He's the one that does it more. And at first, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? What do you need? What do you want? But as the time kept on going, he would just tell me, Dad, I love you. And that's something that I've never had with my kids neither. That love. I just.
And like what really inspired me though, why I kept coming though, because one day we did a back to school drive. And they were like August, September. We standing in the rain, passing out water. But we giving back to our community, and I never was able to give. I was always taking. So for me, for somebody to stand in the rain with me, you're not from here, but you allow me to be part of this. It was amazing.
And be good, so like our little boy can be good too, Not change for them, but like change for yourself, because you're gonna, you're gonna feel your change.
I just can't say it enough. It's leading me in the right path, and I feel like we matter.
It's too friendly. They too friendly. And it was weird for me because like when I had Mr. Muhammad, like he just always called me. I be like, what do you want to do?
Steve, what it is, you know, he sends you text messages. He calls you.
You know, I'm like, wow, what's up? He be like, I'm just checking on you, man. You all right? You need anything? Like, nah, what's up? You know, I'm good.
He'll go to court with you. He'll do all the things that you're scared or worried or wondering about.
But it was just weird because nobody actually, other than me being in prison, nobody actually cared. And when I was in prison, like they have the volunteers to come to the church, they bring us stuff, you know what I'm saying, for Christmas holidays, or just take the time out just to teach us things. So when I came on this side, I'm like, people freaky. I don't know what's going on with these people. Like, yeah, I'm good, man. Stop, you know. What you trying to do? Trying to buy me or something? But, you know, as it goes on, I feel good about it. Like, okay, somebody does care. You know, and
he's there for you. And they really are there. It's crazy. Hell. I was really blown away by it, to be honest with you.
So, like I say, this program, I mean, it's not the best. You know what I'm saying? It's the greatest.
No, so far it's going by great. So I think little by little I'm learning more every day, you know, because everything we learn different stuff. So far it's going great.
Seeing fatherhood affect to keep doing what they're doing and keep expanding. I mean, the more places we can get to, the more help we can get to the people that need it.
I just dealt with it and I couldn't. And I ended up losing my family over it, and I didn't know how to deal with it, is basically. And I felt like if I had somebody to talk to, or if there was a little more support for the males out there than, you know, fathers and stuff, I don't think I would have gone down the path that I went.
I think one of the things that I was concerned is that it took a family member to let me know that this program even existed.
I just feel like there's more advertisement for it, and you know, more programs for the fathers out there, that maybe a dad would see that, like me, that fire that I had, that I got, or you know, that just for us to know that there is help out there for us and there is hope. I mean, you know, the 20 years of my life, I never saw nothing like that, no fires, newspapers, nothing. And I feel like if I would have had that before, I would have probably been on it pretty quick. But just more advertisement, I guess, and just for the dads to know that there's help out there and there's hope for us, regardless of what we've been through, what we've done.